Guys, so we're back. I'm still not 100%, but good enough to start recording and continue on with our projects. So working on the Dodge Dakota RT today, and this thing showed up. So we have this, I'll link it down in the description below if you guys are interested in what the heck this thing is, but it is a spacer for our air hat. So we had the plastic one here, which I don't know how this one's gonna work, we'll find out, but this one has a lip on it if you guys can see. And the lip will sit inside of that air hat, but this one does not. But this one also does have a rubber O-ring. So I don't know, we'll see how it works. But what we're trying to do is seal up this air hat because we were having quite a significant air leak out the side. So we weren't even boosting, and just from this thing pumping, it was shooting a bunch of air out the side. So I'm gonna unwrap this, we'll stick it on there. I'll see if I can make this thing work and see if it's gonna seal up. And then we'll go from there, and we are almost getting ready to test this truck out and start dialing in. So let's rip that open and see how she fits. So this thing is pretty solid, but it's only got the O-ring on the one side, and then the other side isn't tapered. It's just solid and flat. So let's go ahead and shove it on there and see if we can make this work. I'm not sure at this point whether we would put the O-ring on the top or the bottom, but we'll check it out and see what we can come up with. All right, so I think this might work out pretty good, you guys. So I ended up pulling off this original seal that I had from the factory intake manifold and throttle body. So this fits nicely around this Excel one. And then I'm gonna put, since we have that seal, I'll put that face down, and then I'll put our O-ring face up so that it can mate up against that there. And I think all that together should give us a pretty good seal, so we'll try it out. All right, so right now, without starting it, it looks like we should be in business, you guys. So this thing, everything is sitting very nicely flat. Everything's stacking up and seems like it's sealing against each other. So we got that gasket on the bottom. We got that O-ring that seems like it's getting nicely pinched in between our air hat. So I'm pretty happy with that. Plus we still maintain all the clearances through here that we've always talked about in the last few videos. So let's go ahead and see how this thing works and fire it up. Okay, so let's go ahead and start it and see where we end up. She's sealed up good now, you guys. Zero air leaks. All right, let's go see what this thing does. Holding boost right now because I haven't put it all the way to the floor, you guys, because we're still testing right now, and we don't want to make too much boost while we're still testing stuff. But when I put my foot into it, I would say at least halfway or even more. I'm not building boost just yet, so we got to figure out what's going on right now. So I don't want to put my foot all the way into it, because if it happens to hit boost, then we'll be facing some issues here. Like, watch, if I put my foot into it. Yeah, we're still in the negatives. We're not, it doesn't show that we're building boost. So maybe something with the bypass valve is still staying open, because we're not building boost yet. So I'll have to look into this and see what's going on. I don't know if you guys can see these gauges. It might be hard to pick up on the camera, but our air fuels ratios seem to be in check, but not building boost for some reason. So let's go back and see if we can figure it out. All right, so we got some bad news and good news, and upon further investigation, Jonathan said everything was tight, but you guys can probably see our boost pipe came off. Meanwhile, he said everything was tight, so I'm gonna go ahead. We lost the clamp, so I'll throw on a new clamp, and hopefully that should put us back in business. I almost want to recheck everything since Jonathan is untrustworthy, and we'll get this thing back onto the road test and hopefully build some boost. All right, so we got that back on. Only other thing I want to check right now is I want to double check our vacuum going to our bypass valve. So I am just going to disconnect it and reconnect it. I don't know, I was gonna say with the engine running, but it looks like I might be asking too much. I might do it from over here actually. So I think if I can pull this off, I just want to make sure that that actuation is working, and then we should be good to go.
So I highly doubt you can hear me, but when I put this on and off, you'll see it move. See it move? And it moved again. So this is working. Okay, so she's building a little bit of boost now. I haven't fully stepped on the gas or anything like that. Some sort of check engine light came on, so I'm gonna have to figure that one out, but if I step on it, getting like a couple pounds of boost. So nothing too crazy yet, but still got some tuning to do and figuring out. I can also check what size pulleys on this thing, because I have no idea. It looks pretty big, so I don't know how much boost we're gonna make with that pulley either. I might have to get a smaller one. Still lots of stuff to get done.
All right guys, so I actually just got off the phone with Flying Ryan Performance. So one thing is this belt is old. It's the original one that came with the kit. Who knows how old it is, but it doesn't feel very pliable. It's not exactly soft anymore. And if you look over here on our coil pack, which we had our hands all over this whole area, you can see just how much dust or soot is coming off this belt. See that? So what that indicates is that this belt is slipping. So we're only making 2 or 3 pounds. So that's kind of what part of the reason why I don't think we're making that much boost is because this belt is old. Also, I'm pretty much out of tension at this point. So what we're gonna do is let's pull the truck back in. We'll pull off this belt, and that way we can measure it. And tomorrow I can go ahead and get a new belt, and we can start our diagnostic process again and figure out what's wrong with this thing. Okay, so we're gonna loosen our belt, which we have to loosen a couple things. So we gotta loosen the actual bolt on the tensioner. We gotta loosen the bolt that's in the center and also on the arm. So there's 3 bolts that you have to loosen off to get the belt off. So right now I'm just moving the 1/2-inch adjuster, taking the tension off, and then we can get this belt off. Okay, here we go with this super long belt. Get this big thing off of here. She's off. So check out how long this thing is. It is honestly ridiculous. I don't know what the measurement is on it. It'd be nice if I could get some sort of number off of it, but I don't think I can. So I'm probably gonna have to, oh, might have got lucky. So there might be a number on it right there. I can kind of see the micro V right there. So I will try to get another belt. There it is there. And it's just super old, you guys. So I'm gonna try and get another one. That way we can eliminate any belt slip issues. Only thing I'm kind of battling with right now is what size this is. If anybody has a procharger kit for one of these trucks, let me know what size your pulley is, because right now I have a 3-inch on here and I have another spare pulley which is a 3.4, but I don't know what kind of boost we're gonna end up with once it stops slipping and we get this thing dialed in. So if you have one, let me know what size your pulley is. All right guys, that's gonna do it for today's video. So we're just about to get back on track here. I know I was mentioning in the last video that I was pretty under the weather, and hopefully you guys can tell I'm sounding a little bit better. So plan is to try to get this thing sorted out tomorrow, go get a different belt, and hopefully we'll put it back on, and we're gonna do some more testing and see if we get our boost levels back, and then we should be moving along here as well. Once we get all that stuff sorted out, we also have that intercooler from Mishimoto. We'll figure it out, put it all in there, and we can really start dialing this thing in. But I don't wanna change that just yet without figuring out if we're in, you know, if everything's working properly. So I don't wanna be changing too many things at once. So we'll get it all situated, get our boost levels where they should be, and then we can move on to switching out the intercooler and all that good stuff. So anyways guys, if you liked it, make sure you give it a thumbs up. We should be announcing some cool stuff here shortly. We got a lot of stuff still for the Dakota. I haven't even shown you guys all the mods that Jason hooked us up with for this truck. So still have a lot of mods for the truck, and then eventually the Viper, and we still have the SRT10 Ram stuff we're gonna be doing too. So a lot on the way, you don't wanna miss it. Make sure you're subscribed. See you on the next one.